Hey guys, and welcome to Game 4 of Dogsi's tournament number 6. We have the finals here. NEORedArchon up against aLtAaron. Aaron currently 2-1 up after taking that last game on Zolnaga. A nice macro game there, so showing he can actually out-macro RedArchon. Had a nice opening and just stayed ahead the whole game. I am joined by HD Phoenix. How you going?
Pretty good, man. Like, holy cow. I was just saying in Game 2, RedArchon proving that Bio is really, really effective against Colossus, and then Aaron's like, oh, okay, Bio's effective against Colossus, huh? Let's throw some High Templars in there and basically just storm everything to death. There were Force Fields, Storms, Guardian Shields. I mean, this guy can really, really use the abilities of Protoss. They say Protoss is actually quite hard to use effectively. Like, it's pretty easy to basically get this nice death ball in 8-click, but to play it the way that Aaron plays it, or 4-gate, but to play it the way Aaron does it, he's microing Force Field, Guardian Shield, Storm, he's positioning his Colossus. I mean, this guy is playing absolutely brilliant. And, I mean, RedArchon is also no slouch. Controlling, I think, at one time, 4 to 5 different squads of Marines. That's why he can get this really nice spread to counter the Colossus. But, I mean, having 6 High Templars there in the final battle, even though he had multiple groups of Terran balls, it didn't matter because there were Storms everywhere.
Yeah, we saw also Aaron sort of poking from a few angles, kind of looking at where he's going to attack from. He went around to the left, looked at it and thought, you know what, there's a few too many chokes there. I'm not going to engage there. And he just knows how to engage a Terran army properly to maximize his damage and to minimize theirs.
Yeah, I mean, you know, just to recount the last game, that positioning of that final attack where he sent immediately his charge slots on top of the siege tank line without any kind of bio, I mean, that basically instantly won him the game. The Storms were just icing on the cake, but just losing your tank line like that against a Protoss Gateway Colossus army is, you can't, you know, you need the tank support. And, you know, that was just a death blow instantly right there.
True. We do have actually cross spawns here though, so I'm kind of hoping for another macro game. I mean, they've both won one macro game each, and then Aaron won that first 4-gate game. So I wouldn't mind seeing another macro game. So maybe RedArchon could show how good he is on cross spawns. Because let's face it, this distance now is a bit longer, a bit more open of a field. The towers are a bit further apart, so it might suit him a bit better. I'm not sure.
Actually, what the Protoss could do, and I don't know because I haven't really seen Aaron go for any kind of this kind of like all-in aggressive play, but because of the close rush distance, you could actually sneak a couple star gates here in the bottom corner, and then pop in a couple void rays very, very quickly. And this, I mean, if RedArchon like game 1 goes for tech, basically goes for factory starport really, really early, the void ray push is going to be super effective because he's going to have maybe 3 or 4 Marines max. And yeah, void rays just do horrendous amounts of damage to Terran armies unless they have a significant amount of Marines.
True. That Blue Flame Helion drop too kind of almost relies on your opponent fast expanding or getting that Nexus down, taking a second base. Because if they do anything else, they're going to have a lot of units out, and they're either going to hold it off because they're in their base, or they're just going to kill you because you really don't have much defending.
But we are going to see actually a different build here by RedArchon. He's actually going to go for a fast expansion. The one barracks is down. There's a reactor, but the probe is like, screw it, man. There's only one Marine. I'm going to book it in here. He does see, actually, what a baller probe. He's actually mining minerals and actually able to delay one of their CVs there. But, I mean, he sees what he wants to see. He sees, yeah, okay, he throws down three barracks, but that's super normal. He knows it's going to be a fast expansion out by RedArchon, and look at that, the probe is out. Aaron only has 100 minerals, but he's like, okay, I need to get an expansion. I'm going to be behind. And yeah, he's rushing it. His 3 gateway expansion is not even done yet. Warp gate is not even close to being finished.
That's a very good scout, by the way. I mean, seeing that command center kind of tells you exactly what your opponent's going to do. And now, I mean, RedArchon's adding on some more production facilities, but he's not going to be able to do any attack now, so Aaron can feel safe and just put that Nexus up. I mean, if he feels like building a Nexus in the next 5 minutes, it'd be nice. Just sort of sit that probe there like, yeah, I guess I'll save the money for it. Oh, I need a Stalker. Oh, I'll do it again. And then, yeah, just keep spending money. So, anytime now, man.
Actually, able not. He was macroing in his base, actually depleting all the shields on that sentry and actually losing his early scouting stalker. Quite a painful blow because you really do need as much units as you can early game if there's going to be any kind of pressure. But it doesn't look like RedArchon is going to be greedy. He's going to just want to maintain his lead. He is looking at the harvester count. They are actually, actually because of Chrono Boost, Aaron is ahead, even though I'm sure both of them have been making SCVs non-stop. He is 5 harvesters ahead, but his Nexus is later, so, very, very much later. So especially with the mules from the Terran having double overall commands, I mean, yeah, NEORedArchon is going to pull ahead here.
Yeah, I mean, the mules basically even it up. Like, if they both sit there on one base and both build SCVs, one chrono boosting, one muling, income should be pretty much even. But now that RedArchon has that second base down, he's actually going to catch up on workers pretty quickly here. And plus, the mule's going to get a nice lead. He's mining less gas, though. That's something to point out. I mean, there is 2 gas for aLtAaron, so he's going to go for a bit more tech. Getting a robo down, possibly just for an observer to see what's going on so he can react correctly. But a few units out here from aLtAaron looking to push forward here with a bunch of sentries and 1 stalker. Don't know if that's a good idea.
I think this is pretty suicidal. Like, he's going to be able to retreat very easily because he just has so many stalkers. He's actually basically wanting to get an effective scout. Actually able to kill... nothing. Okay, that's a list. Oh, that Marine just overextending a little bit. Wasting quite a
Gets a Marine.
Yeah.
That's fine. I mean, 400 energy for 1 Marine is so worth it. I mean, if you just keep doing those engagements, man, you'll come out ahead eventually.
And then a ghost will come out and it's like, what's up, man? And 1 EMP, and then the sentries will be like very, very sad pandas. But you see, the thing is people are going to look at that and be like, oh, what a waste. You know, you waste 5 sentries. Okay, actually, SCV just being a complete boss and just going through the Protoss base, he sees everything he needs to see. But, you know, as I was saying, even though that didn't really do anything, yes, you're wasting, 250 energy just to kill a single Marine, but he saw basically the entire army comp of that. He's like, okay, he's going bunkers, he's getting a lot of Marauders and Marines. It's going to be some kind of bio push once again, so the question is how am I going to react to it? Most likely, given what we've seen, we are going to see a robotics bay here by aLtAaron, so he's going to get the Colossus out as quickly as he can, and actually chrono boosting out that Observer once again, and yeah, I think he's going to be ready for it.
Something to note about the sentries as well. I mean, you used a lot of energy, sure, but you've got to keep in mind, if they're maxed out, they're not gaining more energy. So if you use a bit and then let them re-max out again, you're kind of just getting free force fields. So it just depends on the engagement. I mean, it looks like those sentries are going to get back up to 200 energy now. So whilst we're having a bit of a dig at him, it might actually be a pretty good idea just to get some free damage there.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is if you're going this sentry heavy, I would really like to see once again RedArchon to go for Ghost, because Ghost was super effective in Game 2, actually able to deny a lot of the damage. Actually, the bunkers are being salvaged here by RedArchon, so RedArchon is thinking about pushing out, but the very curious thing is Stimpack is about 30 game time away. Colossus and Thermal Lance has only just started from aLtAaron, so actually if RedArchon was to push out right now, and he's thinking about it, he's going to reach the Protoss base by the time the Stimpack is up. The question is such a tiny window. Actually, look at that. As I was just talking about Ghost, one Ghost has come across the field. He has 81 energy, so here comes the push by RedArchon, and this could actually win him the game right here if he does it right.
Yeah, definitely. It comes down to sentries. I mean, obviously, EMP doesn't happen instantly. If he can get those force fields down quickly, he might be okay. There is a single Colossus out as well. That does a lot of damage. It's something to be careful of. He is spreading his sentries out nicely. He's not going to be able to EMP all of them. Might get 3 or 4. Let's come down to the engagement here. He's moving forward. Give more sentries, will force units to die. Or maybe not. No, just defends himself.
Well, I think once again you're a little bit ahead. I'm coming actually into the battle right now. He's
spoiling the game.
He's throwing down preemptive force fields and actually able to completely block the army, but he wanted really to catch a couple of the armies out. The Ghost is angry and pissed off at the beginning. He wants the EMP. He does EMP all the sentries. There are 2 sentries at the back able to get up and up, but there's only going to be 3 force fields, and this is going to be GG. I think for aLtAaron, he just does not have enough force fields, and this bio army is actually tearing into this thing. And actually, the thing is, because the Colossus is an air unit, is actually able to snipe even though he's on the high ground. Once he shoots, he's able to get out the Colossus. And I mean, right now the Protoss army has completely vaporized. There is still 1 more Ghost. The Ghost actually is in 15 seconds is going to have another EMP, and right now there are units streaming across by RedArchon's reinforcements are here, and this is really bad for aLtAaron. I don't think he can recover.
He does have the 1 Colossus. He needs a fresh warp into units so he can actually push these guys out. Colossus doesn't have thermal lands. Yes, it does, so it can actually out-micro this stuff here. He's going to take a lot of damage. I think he might be okay, though.
Yeah, but right now the harvester count 39 against 50. Yeah, he might actually be able to push this back. He's actually pulling probes off the line just to tank for it with his zealots. Actually, the Colossus are doing work on this, and right now I think RedArchon just was a little bit greedy there. He did a lot of damage, and even and he could have just pulled back, healed up those units. I think losing that ghost was actually very, very, very costly. But I mean, the damage has been done. 29 harvesters against 52, and I think even if Aaron wanted to switch into Templar tech right now, he just wouldn't be able to.
True. I mean,
the gas for it.
NEORedArchon here pushing forward actually finds a little proxy pylon as well, which is interesting. But he's now like, okay, I've got a small lead. I've killed a few harvesters. I've killed your army pretty much. Reset your Colossus count. What's the safest thing to do? Expand. So he's going to take the gold. Perfect. That's a very smart move. Perfect. Just perfect decision making. Not risky at all. He could send these units in and try and win the game, but instead going, no, I'm just going to expand instead.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really cost him anything. Basically, he's just delaying his push out by 30 seconds. He's already in the lead. And the thing is, oh my goodness, I think the one reason why he won that game was that the engage was that Ghost was right in the front, was able to place that EMP perfectly, able to basically drain the energy out of 5 of the 7 sentries. The sentries couldn't get that complete force field. Aaron wanted to get that complete force field, but he needed 5 force fields. He only had 3, and the Bio was actually able to slip past that lip and able to pour into the gateway units and actually able to snipe that Colossus. And looking at NEORedArchon's army, he does have one more ghost there, but actually just using that EMP to snipe out that one. Actually, go ahead.
Yeah, sorry, I was just saying, like, 3 Colossus are out, and you know what? They're doing a bit of damage to this army as they're sort of pushed away a bit. I mean, 3 Colossus are scary. You need Vikings to deal with them, or you just need to be able to stim Marauders forward and kill them. There are only, I think, 2 Vikings out now, maybe 4. Doesn't quite have enough to engage him. He's actually losing quite a few units as he retreats here.
Yeah, I mean, I think one of the things I have to say is, like, Aaron is just really, really, really on the ball with upgrades. He's getting pretty much every upgrade in the book. Size Storm, Kandarian Amulet. He's got charge he's got charge. Oh, actually, what am I talking about? I mean the Thermal Lance. He's only just getting his Templar Archives. He's got charge for his units. But the thing is one thing I've noticed about Aaron's games is he doesn't get upgrades. Look at that: zero attack, 0 armor, 0 shields. But for the Terran army, also 0 right now. Only just started weapons level 1. And I don't know if I'm a big fan of this, because basically upgrades are so cheap, but they make such a big advantage. But I don't know. I'm not the pro player, but I mean.
No, you're definitely right. There are 100 each for tier 1 pretty much for most upgrades, and they pretty much last you the entire game. They make all of your units damn well better. So you should start early. You should get your forges, your engineering bays, and just get your upgrades rolling. They take a while to get, but they're cheap. You won't miss them unless they kind of do a 1 base all in. But now we're back into macro mode. Unfortunately, though, Aaron's still only on 2 base, whereas NEORedArchon has that gold up. He's basically transferred all his SCVs. They're going, I must mine this out in the next 5 minutes. And yeah, get a massive income advantage right now.
We are going to get a drop here in the base by NEORedArchon. He's actually going to catch his army completely out of position. The Colossus finally scrambled back, realizing there's going to be a couple of Marauders in the base. The Marauders are going to drop in. The thing is Marauders are going to be able to kill buildings very, very quickly. He's going to want to go for some critical attack strike. He is actually going for the Templar Archives. The Psystorm is nowhere close to being finished. Wow, look at that. He's actually going to be able to kill it and actually able to cancel the thing. These units want to jump into back into the medvacs, get back to the chopper, but look at that. Aaron actually using his probes to form a wall right here so the Marauders could not make it back to the medvacs, and the medvacs are going to go back home with no cargo and going to be very, very sad.
That's a massive, massive drop, by the way. Not only does it tell NEORedArchon exactly the tech path, but it's also going to kill that Templar Archives. But it looks like here, Aaron moving his army forward here. I mean, a lot of these bios out of position here, actually doing a lot of damage.
But, I mean, I just have to say once again, that was a brilliant, brilliant EMP on the sentries. There are no force fields up because all the sentries are completely drained. But the thing is right now the Vikings are going to be completely focused down, and right now NEORedArchon has to absolutely run with his tail tucked in between his legs because he just lost his entire army. Just 2 medvacs and a single marine scrambling for safety. But the thing is NEORedArchon has the superior army composition. So he's going to be able to re-macro up pretty quickly. Look at that, once again, a sizable army, and this could actually spell quite a bit of trouble because there are no zealots here, and the stalkers are taking a massive beating from the Marauders.
Yeah, fair enough. Also want to point out as well, is losing his Colossus. Now, Colossus are great in a lot of numbers, but once they're reset, once they're killed, they're really hard to build back. And I'm kind of glad he's not doing that. He's just kind of going to swap to Templar Tech, I think. Going to stay ground, make those Vikings pretty much useless, but his Templar tech is slow. That building got sniped. It is revealed as well, so it wouldn't be that surprising if you Ghost out. There is one at the moment. You might want to add a few more. But still, Aaron has not taken a third yet. His income is falling so far behind. He's like almost got half of Red Archon's harvesters. So right now in the macro game, he's not doing well.
I mean, look at Red Archon. He's holding steady at 3,000 minerals. Looking at the production tab, 8 Marines and 1 Ghost and 1 Marauder. Armor 1 on the way. And man, I mean, Red Archon loves his bio, and he's making it work. Like it doesn't matter. I'm gonna stay on tier 1. Maybe get a splash of Vikings, a splash of medbags, but essentially this is all tier 1. Red Archon also taking a 4th base, and he is making this work. He's making bio really, really effective. It's just such a shame. I would really love, you know, we are 21 minutes into the game. We could actually see these bio being 3-3 right now, very, very easily.
True. Okay, the problem is, though, for Red Archon, that Templar are such a solid unit. Storm does so much damage. Even if he has the bigger army, the Storm can just kill his army. Like, you could have 30, 40 supply advantage, and if good Storms go down, you could lose that army. So it's something he's got to worry about here. He's kind of splitting his army up in a few small patches just so he doesn't get caught off guard. He's just got to play solid. He's got to play smart and solid. Maybe keep dropping. I'm not sure, but he just cannot fall behind right now. Cannot have a bad engagement. Cannot lose his army.
Yeah, the thing is when basically Aaron was able to crush that army, I think he maybe should have just gone back and got a bigger army and then pushed out. Because right now the macro of Red Archon is just absolutely massive. Looking at the armies tab, 5,600 minerals worth of army versus versus Aaron's 3,100. Even splitting, this is what I'm talking about. Red Archon is super good at this, having multiple squads of units, one coming in from the east, one coming in from the west, and look at that, goes in the center. So he's basically going to be able to pincer the units once he's going to get this. He is going to go for the pincer right now. The ghosts are in the front. They are very, very pissed off. They want to get a good EMP off. And looking at the units tab, he does have 5 ghosts. It's going to come down to storms and EMP. This is going to be a battle of the abilities. The EMP does go off. Feedback on the ghosts. Storms going down. Massive amounts of storms. And wow, this bio army is absolutely vaporizing.
I mean, that micro there was amazing by Aaron. He feedbacked most of those medivacs, so they couldn't actually heal the units. Got perfect storms down, but honestly, Red Archon just had that much of an advantage. He's like, yeah, whatever, I'll just tank it, and I'll kill your army, and then I'll go and kill your third as well. And Red Archon now, I cannot see him losing this game from this position.
I mean, looking at the production tab, 6 Marauders, 5 Marines by the Terran. The production tab on Protoss, 3 Templars and 2 Zealots. Yeah, I think unfortunately this game is over, and I just have to comment Red Archon's absolutely brilliant placement of his units. He had such a nice arc, and even though he was stormed he stormed so much, he just had so much of a larger army that he was actually able to muscle through that. And wow, I'm afraid this is game.
I honestly saw that engagement. I was like, wow, those storms are so good, doing so much damage. But I didn't expect it to go that way. I just honestly overestimated Storm, and Red Archon pushed through, wins this game. So that ties the series up at 2-2. So we're going to have a deciding 5th game here. So that's going to be quite exciting.
Oof. Yeah, actually, the thing is Aaron saw the EMP. It actually hit the sentries, but because the Templars were behind, they missed. And actually the Templars went forward and killed 3 ghosts in the front by feedbacking them. So that's why there wasn't a second round of EMPs. And then after that, you just saw this blanket of storms because the Templars were able to just crush forward. But the thing was, there was just too much bio. It was just too many. Like, yeah, the Marines vaporized, but then the Marauders were left, and then they got healed up by the medvacs, and, well, that's all she wrote.
That's all she wrote. Just well played. I can't praise Red Archon enough for these games. I mean, he's won 2 macro games so far. But Aaron's still 2-2. It's going to come down to the last game here. I believe it will be on Xel'Naga again. I'm kind of looking forward to it. I hope it's a longer game, not a shorter one, but I guess we'll have to wait and see.
Yep. Alright, so once again, HD Phoenix, joined by Benji StarCraft. Make sure you check out our YouTubes, and we'll see you guys in the next game.